Hey guys, it's Victorinox fan here again, and I've got another review for you. This time, however, it isn't a Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Actually, another tactical slash survival folder. Actually, my only tactical slash survival folder. And it is the Ontario Rat-1 in satin finish. Executive summary: this is a cool knife. Now, I know a lot of people have seen reviews on this, and there's a ton of Nut and Fancy and a bunch of other people have reviewed this knife. But you know what? I thought I'd like to throw my 2 cents out, and I've got HD. That's a bonus. Now, first thing when I got this knife is it's a very large knife, and now you're probably thinking, oh wow, everyone thinks it's a big knife. But face it, I had been used to carrying this, or the Pioneer. So yeah, I actually got this in the mail before my new Victorinox Soldier. So this is quite the shocker, and this is actually it's noticeably larger than the Victorinox new Soldier. Just a quick comparison. There you go. Here they are. It's a little thinner, but it's definitely taller. So it is a bigger knife, but it's a really good knife. Surprisingly though, I was not bothered by the weight at all. I don't think it's a really overly heavy knife, but mind you, I've not dealt with a lot of tactical slash survival folders, and I don't find the weight to be much of a burden, at least for most people. I mean, if you're willing to carry the size of a knife, a lot of people won't have a difficulty with the extra ounce weight. I mean, some do who are really weight critical, but if you're not, then it shouldn't probably be a massive issue. It's more just the general length of it. I mean, no matter how much it weighs, 4 ounces, you're still going to notice it in your pocket. Like, if you're wearing, like, slimmer cut pants, this is definitely going to bulge a bit. It's a big, chunky knife. But it's the key thing. I'm no knife expert, but man, is this thing smooth like a switchblade. I've never had a knife pop out so smoothly, and that's probably due to the phosphorus bronze washers as well as the Teflon washers. It just slides right out there. And mind you, this pivot point is screwed in tight, like full crank. I don't like super loose knives. Like I want my knives that if I shake them like this, nothing happens. But even with that fully cranked, it just pops out like an automatic knife. No problems whatsoever. The blade is a drop point style. I think it's 3.5 inches. I'm not 100% sure. I forgot. I was reading it actually like 10 minutes ago, but I forgot the blade length. It's a relatively good size handle to the handle, and a relatively good, I mean, if you need a small utility outdoor knife, or I guess tactical. I don't really use this for tactical. I mean, I might take this out when I go up north to Algonquin, but it's not going to be seeing any other carry on me. It's a bit too bulky to carry around, and a bit too, well, it's suspicious looking. I mean, come on, it's a big knife. That doesn't fly around here where I live. Came out of the box razor sharp. I try to maintain it, but I don't know if I do a great job on it. I mean, it's still sharp enough to slice through paper. I don't have any paper on me, so I can't do a cut test. But trust me, it cuts through that like butter. The tip is extremely strong, which is good if you got to use it a little bit tough, like in a tougher situation where it's got push into something hard. It's not going to snap on you unless you really abuse it, but it's still quite strong. I mean, this thing falls and hits a soft fabric, it's probably going to puncture it. Oh, when I'm going back to the handle, I love this handle. I mean, I've got relatively large hands, not fat. I mean, I'm a really thin guy, but I mean, my hands are big, and this thing just fits like a glove. The only thing I don't like, I guess, is pocket clip. But pocket clip goes all 4 ways: tip up, tip down, right or left carry. I don't like I think the pocket clip actually just is the only thing wrong with this handle, because otherwise it's just like an extension of your hand. Fits you like a glove. I mean, you can choke up on it, you can use a couple bushcrafting holes to cut. It's a very simple but ergonomic handle. The scales are that I believe it's an FRN plastic, kind of smooth, but I think with the choil as well as the jimping, which on the satin finish I hear it's a bit better. It's not perfect, but I mean, I think it grips my finger just fine. And with the choil, the slickness of the handle is not an issue. Locking. This does use a liner lock, and as you can see, at least mine, it's quite in there. It's not early at all. I'm not sure this is normal, but it's already way past the halfway mark. I know some good survival knives start off pretty early. This started off, at least mine started off about halfway in, and it's gone to about, I'd say, close to 2/3 now. Solid lockup, like a tank. It's just not moving up or down anywhere. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit deeper than I thought it would be. I'm not sure, maybe this is normal, and maybe I'm just worrying about nothing, but let me know about that. Not 100% sure. Otherwise, yeah, it's got a lanyard hole. I don't have a lanyard hole. It's the full see-through, like fully open design, easy to clean. I mean, just wash it or use a little computer spray. I use a computer spray sometimes to blow out some of the dust. I mean, that does get in there. Maybe occasionally some bit of oil to make sure nothing ever gets a little bit slow. Overall, it is a great knife, and I paid the total sum of $35 US shipped to my door, and I live in Canada. So, like a lot of people say, this is a high value knife. More specifically, nothing fancy. This is a really high value knife. And I mean, people who are, thinking, I want to jump into the area of tactical survival folders, but I don't want to go dump in a whole bunch of money like on a Benchmade or a SNG. I want something cheap, just, wet the mouth, you could say. This is a good choice, especially if you're on a tight budget. This is a good choice. The steel is decent. Oz 8, I didn't talk about that. Oz 8 steel is, for my uses, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's not as good as 154 cm as my Benchmade 530, but it holds an edge quite well, and it's really not that hard to sharpen, which for an amateur sharpener like me is good, because I'm still getting used to stone sharpening, and if it's a little bit easier to sharpen, that's good for me. I don't mind it. Great knife, easy deployment with the thumb studs. Bit on the large side, but just fits great in your hand. I mean, they use the weight right. No, they didn't drill out the spacers, but the spacers are stainless steel, so it's a sturdy knife, smooth deployment. Overall, great knife for $35. I'd recommend it in a heartbeat to anyone who wants to build up a collection, buy a beater knife. This would make a good beater knife, or just, likes rat knives. It's probably one of the few folders you're going to see from, Randall's name on. I don't think he's going to be doing folders for a while. I mean, I don't even know if they make this anymore, but you can find these on eBay or some other stores with stock left. Check it out. I mean, everyone else loves it. Blunt truth for you, nothing fancy. So, I mean, they can't all be wrong. Peace. I hope you like this change of review. I do have a upcoming Swiss Army knife video, or I need to make some fixes to it. Came to me and they're a little damaged, but hope you guys like it. Peace. Enjoy.